Now, there's this case, Berekum case. As a lawyer, my goodness is saying, my Berekum case in Vida. That was when the president of the Bono Regional House of Chiefs, Ekasa Oman, suspended Berekum from the Regional House of Chiefs. Medical court say, enye mmara kwanso. Ontimi enka say was suspended Berekum traditional council. Just and the principles in law canvass in the Kevin Taylor's case. I am Kevin Taylor, lawyer no winning. Those were the principles also canvassed in the Berekum case. The breach of the natural justice rule. Bono Regional House of Chiefs, they were more affidavit in opposition by no. Almost say any house on the kind. A president non kwan the kind. Until an act of the house, or the decision of the house. Judge no bisa me say anti motion na me dey aba no metwa mu ana me redraw me say David judge rule on it rule say any house no decision na president na personal decision, and the judge did that, and that ruling is there. The Republic versus the Bono Regional House of Chiefs. That's part of Berekum Traditional Council into bracket. So that is the law. Then so what happens to the Berekum case? In law, as someone say, Omo, at the Berekum ahinsam no. One ebedi Dr. Leo, among Kurandia wo the third adie. One ebedi. Ekofa and some bebree ebai. And the parties appeared before Manshia. Last week, Mikano said there's this Supreme Court case, the Republic versus the Bono Regional House of Chiefs. As party Nana and Chibua Siakon and others. Interested party Nana Adu Chibua and others. Supreme Court judgment delivered on 23rd January 2013. 23rd January 2013, Supreme Court judgment. Basis court no ka say so ka ohini bi ntam ase mu nyina mu kohyia so na mu nyina mu nye opportunity kam asem na mo baba mototo ma no mu ye ya na kire no mu bia o ka say wo de kokoto a no court can set aside that decision. And I say I repeat it, it is not only Manshia. So what could Doma say? I can't do my hinting. Also, me repeat the case no. The Republic versus Bono Regional House of Chiefs. As party Nana and Chibua Siakon and others. Interested party Nana Aduchimwa Oseko Fiabri. Supreme Court judgment delivered on 23rd January 2013. Timi yasho se mo Google no obenya, o Google na obenya. Nti o Google no nya no wa scroll na wa hwe na ekoso. So with that decision no, sa decision no ewo ya adwene mu no. Yamfa mra Berekum dia no so. Sunyane dia no a womo Berekum dia no mo womo nyina behia manhia. Wan na bedi akonya. Wan na ede ne beba. Wan na yemfa no mba. Now womo baaye no womo beye arbitration. We can come. I think there was The Koraso Hin and Crown account first. So, if my memory serves me right. And I won't be here, Manshia. Or my cancer, no. We can, or my can committee be a year, or my being there even in arbitration, a coso. Monko na munko yibi. Or Mako, or Massanya, but all the parties were present. All the parties were present. Nanahima, where you be? May you when may asumasi. Crotina open so. Sanka, Murabinia Sambiaka. Trafohene, Bika, or Sinipan minimno. Nanso so, Bono quite to be, there be. Decision has been taken. Decision has been arrived at. You are bound by that decision in law. And I am a catcher said, do be a mokona mokansa, make your lawyers now. My lawyer for the reason and cannot crunch them. Some of them are not helping matters at all. Men cancer or munina, Monsieur Binum. Proper lawyer following Berekum case in Abba do what has happened. You are bound by that decision. Whether any decision or Modiamano, any penny in an abay or mode. And you do. That is a proper and valid form of arbitration. And therefore you are bound by it. And therefore, even things you are not bound to go to court, either the judicial committee. Why won't court? Or him man shall nominate to be a Usubwe. Now I'm still crowds and I know Kwabi, actually, or say, a Bono for penny a himano, a you know. I mean, how? Berekum for Nanya or Mwasam. It is meant for the royal family. It is not meant for Bia or Berekum. Ubanya Sikati said Berekum Yabane, onya this year, onya this year. Who was Sikati said Berekum ABTS? Onya this year, onya this year. Who was Sikati said Atofini Buabino Moa? So you see, chieftaincy is for the royals. Chieftaincy doesn't belong to Yewo Berekum, Mfri Berekum, Bawum Berekum, Minini Berekum, Betitim Berekum, Ntia himself, Esam Kabi. Yes, Obakabi. But you can't play any active part because you are not a royal. Mfri Domase, Metadomase, me a boga, me nya boga, me woha, Tidomase himself, no, Esani Ebekana, Befa. Please, chieftaincy is an institution for royals. So you can be the richest person or Domase. Kwasi Buanu, the same, Ata Buanum, or Mosika. And so on your royal for the own Kahubi. So when to maintenance met Germany, met him, and Domase, Quabanachi for the Badiamabano, Memprenso, look, please, it's meant for the royals. But you are not a decision maker. Coming back to Berekum case, Wama Baye, or more Akoso Monko, Yinipa, Himaba, or Yini Nipa. We were some can, or my. Look, let's be very honest and candid. Berekum case, you know. Kuran say ye kapan dia enka manhia kurano sabio misramka wo mo ka hima no kasabo a hye de yam Berekum case no ye kapa dia as a lawyer enka santeman ane manhia ane umia wo mo ka Berekum hima no ne kasabo a hye de yam. The manshia and the Santene and the Santeman were so magnanimous to say, Baby Bibinukura Mukase. The Bia Mudodo. How and why? There is a Supreme Court case. And the title of that case is Nana Ofori Apia and others. Muntia Niyepa. Nana Ofori Apia and others versus Nana Akuya Amehene and others. Supreme Court case. Suit number suit number J2/02/2017. J2/02/2017. The date of judgment is 14 December 2017. Supreme Court, Koram, Atuguba, Bafuboni, Apau, Benin, Poamine, 5 judges. I think I'm judges at this platform. When you be Ghana have baby, when you be Yasi baby, men kasa basa basa, me kasa backed by sense, knowledge. My mom, this is the decision, Supreme Court decision in the Berekum Chieftaincy matter. And that judgment was delivered on 14 December 2017. And the title of the case is Nana Ofori Apia, Kontihene, Chief of Senase, and others. Amihene, Queen Mother of Berekum, and others. And others, no, may include Dr. Leo Amankona. What was that decision? About saying, a Berekum, young fan to gay, na young fan is here. Near see, and it's a Berekum Akonya Mankona, dear with the second we know. Na Akuyame, Hima Okoyi Amankona, dear with the third. Na Berekum Krontihene, Berekum Adontehene, at Berekum Trafohene, there were about 4 or 5 chiefs. No Mosamai Nana Berekum Hema, included Ajimanjau. Najimanjau ye Berekum Atrankonya Nibia. And Najimanjau, Nano Bobo, or Gidino. So they went to court. They went to the regional house. Omo argument and saying. Now, no for a pia cronting no any from being argument and say Berekum Akonya no. A addition 9 Akonya. Koraso Abotima Pepase any baby anyha 4. Womana womudi Berekum Akonya. Ana Berekum Hema no any Dr. Leo any Ajimanjau num na Ajimanjau so dabi Berekum Akonya no eye koraso fo no asokore asante asokore mampo asokore fo no wo mo na Berekum Akonya eye wo mo dia e ba kope enye nan. The original House of Chiefs heard the matter. No muka say wo mo gitum se Berekum Akonya no originally no eye koraso fo no na mra bi kono abotema babia ni ha papa ase families no omo be kan ho mane ye nan na mom uhwem krogyen a eye koraso fo no na wenu ma be kan ho no de ende bentiase na sakonya to a koraso ni no bedia na so ni wa na miensa na aka no beso ba yi mu ba ko aba. That was the decision by the regional House of Chiefs. Now no for appeal no ye appeal the call national. Now Berekum Hema Dr. Leo so omo ye appeal so that be nka se court no ka se koraso fo no nko a Now at the National House of Chiefs, the National House of Chiefs, the castle, Akonyano, Abotema, Pepase, and baby any afono. Omunya de hie twetwomchu. Nti ya wai wo mafiri Akonyano ho. Efiri neko. Abeka korasofo no nko. Dr. Leo no mantiase, Kroti no mantiase. They also filed an appeal again to the Supreme Court. And on 14 December 2017, the Supreme Court delivered a judgment. And the Supreme Court was emphatic. Say Berekum Akonyano, eye koraso fo nko dia, medwa eye koraso fo no nko dia. That is the decision. And the Supreme Court also said, sir, Berekum Akonyano started from about 1820 or so, after the Dinkra War. No, Wamoba no, and a Koraso for no, as at the former Koraso for tra awasu. Someone na German for no Peseba Sanaba. Bebesimuswa, no mamma boyamanie. Send a bayamobaya to say, barrier, and a military post, an information center. So, San is here. Now, cross of fono, I know what hono. Now, hono assassin na how until I'm to call. Pepase fono. No, I'm free pepase no. No, moba Berekum. Obre na welcome. So the first chief of Berekum ni Yamankuna Diawu. No, no, near Korasuni. On also sign a sokore. Now, Amankuna Diawu, the first chief of Berekum, no. Okaware Mammy be a friend of Bombo. Na Bombo. And a call Kwandiawu. So Amankuna Diawu, you know. Ne wafasye kire di abo ne bedi akonya no eti kire di abo wuye no na mema na ho no ye nkwada nkra enti wo mo ye ne se ye makwandi awuo no a oya Amankuna Diawu no a oya first chief of Berekum no a ne maame ne bommo a ne maame fira adanse Kwamdiawu emedi akonya na Kwamdiawu bedi akonya no. So permit me to put it on record that from Kwamdiawu ta no bani nyina besi Dr. Leo Amankuna de third no so no. Wama ba ni nyina ya adanse asefo sa none of them was Buruni. None. Baku. From around there, 1860, 1870, about 1974. So why this argument of Yaya Bono for the Nana we na ya Bono for the Yempe Nana Asante Akwemada. Why this argument? Where from this argument? As if that explains why I'm say both menshia Asante mani Asante hene kura no. Wa mo kan Akwemada no kasa bo ahye ne yam. Because by that decision 14 December 2017 decision no. By virtue of that decision no. Berekum Akwemada no na what the exclusive monopoly to nominate. By that decision, and Berekum Akwemada no one country ni twaka se me yi na esem de ko ma krontire ana me de ko ma twafo kora so hene ana me de bran sapo acting eni ho sa that is no law. So that Menshia was even magnanimous obaim or enye nana hima enye mayentiebe kabanyina bom nana hima munya bako. I am saying it was just a moral argument. Because the legal argument is about that decision. Him the exclusive preserve. Ni fear for no bekasa mon fan samra. Na ni fear for no den samba. No yi na exclusive ada command ni fear or no him ni fear abusu apanyini say we ni mayi no. That is it. Dankan. Na bi ba TikTok no mo kan na bia ba social media. Na Berekum ni vezi na Berekum abada na sampa foforo na Berekum. Why this argument? Why this agitation? Why this unproductive discussion? I've seen a lady behind Sandra, also the Juliet or Pong or Juliana. I'm surprised. I can't brought for come, but the argument was very flawed argument. I saw another gentleman be a manager, also a Berekum global president. Very flawed, very misplaced argument. Argument what is the problem now? What exactly is the problem? And I'm saying, sir, Sakrima Danijo be answer. Santimane mention no two for the bar mununti. And I can shoot us and so. And come on, why when you're crashing in the high court judge or no, yeah, you know, some way you need. Or you're crashing. Then a baby climate, you know, be a nanny pana, him and you know, be a nam some on the choice. No, madame for pa and high court judge now or secondino. I don't come and pay bosses and him and he high court judge now. Oh, no, you're madame for. And just any humanity in your madame for. But madame for me no coba. Pa na high court judge no so den sanko no human on you know. And everything na ya bono for ya hinini ya de ye pe na na dance. Yempe na na asante we ya humanity you know. What has that got to do with Bono and Asante and Afana and Bada? What has that got to do? What has that got to do? It's so disturbing. It's so disturbing. Aha, Jimmy. I catch you for the woman shabampa. This decision ya making. Or okra wako TikTok na wako YouTube. So we are upon on a catch no so a global president no. Many is our mukura judgment na kani. This is pure, true, unadulterated legal position of the Berekum Assembly. And in fact, it is the Berekum case in the Supreme Court. Like I said, do for change and sum da untimin nani denchem. I mean, this is a very unadulterated history. So you see, each case must be considered on its merit. Sometimes I hear me bubefu because of here. Commenter. You see, I'm speaking in terms of Berekum. I'm not speaking in terms of Domase. I'm not speaking in terms of Katri. I'm not speaking in terms of Sunyani. So please, come on. People should show maturity. Say no work and Berekum the other and Sunyani there. Come on, please. Yakan yansa sabna yakan India sabna yakan say law any cast no enye mass na 1 + 1 will always give you 2. Anya mathematics 2 + 2 will always give you 4. No. Each case must be considered on its merit. That is the position of the law. so yam pene ye be pene ene ani hwe hefa obi kura anya Berekum ni obi anya Berekum ni otene baabi so and yeah, they don't read what because say kura ma ye TikTok about social media be ye commentary on Berekum asem no kura no bebre nkan that Supreme Court judgment no. So tell him mun kan kire mun nua no mun kan kire mun namfo mun kan kire no wo mo mba TikTok ba ko bi ba no I will say or the global president Berekum ono de onfo aso. The fact that you are the global president of Berekum doesn't make you a royal from the Kuraso family. The fact that you was to say Berekum yabin owu ye kura no na na cars kura won kura no more than 120 cars petrol tankers article but yabin ye royal from Kuraso family atofin ye royal. So please, we need to be minded. We need to be very careful. And then we need to be very reasonable. You say you need to be very careful. Bibi bia na mo the politics come. Bibi bia na mo the na we free bra, na we free, na we free, na we free. And so bad abai. Why was you know from for me that say? About so that. And why is it that just because the NDC is important, you know? So be supposed to say, yeah, I'm born for the Yempe near him and then the Abba. Wow, what a dangerous publication. And why you born for means what? And then I won't come come, tell me, I'm Obama, Yamonka, some me free her, or the Yabon for. And people hide behind these things to create unnecessary animosity. Unnecessary animosity. No, kika. Can be a free. Can be a free. Can wow that social media? Wow so by your global president no. Macho Berekum adishikunu. Can you free? No, I mean I'm so upset about some of these things, and I need to be upset because if you read the Supreme Court judgment now, you will not be talking like that. You see. You will not be talking like that. I did a similar case, the Saramanjadua case, Manchi. It's a well-known case. Supreme Court, 2011. Saramanjadua, Kopekani. Wabuye every man, I mean, Saramanjadua case in Saramanjadua Manchi. Kokain, Saramanjadua, the Supreme Court decision. Saramanjadua, Manchi Hima. Kokain. Kopekain. Any day, anytime you come, and why? Why don't you concentrate on your own family? You asking me, say, "Kwam wachi yadom ofri himfa." Man catch you say from kwam dia wo eba bedu 1970 something. Wo munu nyina ye ada abotima ana babiania ana papase